For a lot of people, the idea of being a writer is a big dream. It's a big dream. You probably didn't grow up knowing other writers. You weren't in a family of writers. They were always, almost always people you didn't know doing it somewhere else. And if you were like me, they were people who were dead, most of the people I was reading. So the idea of being a writer is a dream, something you imagine, you want, you wish for, and you hope will come into being. And when I think about dreams and big dreams, I sometimes will reflect on Martin Luther King's famous I Have a Dream speech. Beautiful speech, very important speech. And in it, of course, he talked about he had a dream that one day black children, white children, Jews and Gentiles, and so on, could live together harmoniously. And it was a very important speech because he was asking everyone to picture something they weren't currently experiencing so that they could experience it in the future. It's a dream. But not to quibble with Martin Luther King, but the truth is, and this is an important distinction. While it was a dream that it would permeate the culture, it existed. In other words, there were black children and white children getting along and playing. There were Jews and Gentiles, Buddhists and Muslims, Hindus and Muslims getting along. It was happening in small amounts, granted, but it was there. You could look around and see examples of it. And I think that this is an important distinction for when we talk about dreams and having a dream, because I was a person with big dreams for a long time, but I got to tell you, as I've gotten older, I realized in a way, the way I dreamed, the way I framed dreams was sort of counterproductive because it was always something out there, something that would happen to me eventually. The dream existed outside of me and I was chasing it. But it's really not an accurate representation of how dreams work. Dreams are an inside out thing, and you know this as a writer. In other words, a story, a novel, a book, a poem is a dream made real, but it starts within you. And even before you have all the words that comprise that story, you have the feeling, you have the interest in it. I have an idea about a guy on a boat. Well, that's not a whole novel, but you can feel within you the potential that will become that novel. And then you begin to explore it. I just had an idea for a screenplay the other day about a man taking care of a woman with dementia. I could feel the story, but I don't know all the particulars of it, but I can feel what it would be. And so when you think about the dreams you have and the dreams that whatever they may be, particularly though around writing, don't ever put it outside of yourself. It's within you. And dreams are just the act of taking something that already exists within you in some form and bringing it forward. We do it with the books we write. Like I said, the story's within you, and then you bring it forward. You imagine the details of it, you find the words, you put it together, and then you dream it forward even further by finding the means of how to publish it and bring it out into the world. But it all goes forward, it all goes out. But the moment you begin to think that the dream exists entirely outside of you, you have nothing to grow. Everything in my life and everything in the world comes from something else. It grows from something else. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It comes from something. The desire, even the inspiration for a story sometimes comes just from the desire within me to tell a story. And then an idea comes and then I bring it forward. But as soon as I start waiting for the thing to come to me, I have nothing. And it all has to be given to me. I always have what I need to dream forward what I want. And so as you're focusing on this dream, whatever it is, focus on the part you have right now, right now. Even if it's just an idea for a story, but you probably have more than that. Focus on the part you have and say, how can I have more of it? You know, Martin Luther King, what he was saying, here are some examples. He could have said, but he wouldn't have been as effective. But he could have said, look at these examples of people living in peace. We want more of that. It's all around you. You want peace? Look for it. It's all around you. You just got to want more of it. You want money? Look for what you have. You want more of it. You want a story? You want more of it. All growing is I want more of it. I know what I have, in whatever amount. Now I want more of it. That's the way dreams are made real, by taking the thing we have and growing it out. That's how it works, baby. You got what you need already. Yes, you do. Just grow it out. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to chat with you in this form. If you like this, subscribe so you won't miss anything. And if you really like it, say so. I love to hear from you. So until next week, this is Bill Kenower. Stay fearless.